Good afternoon, everybody. It is Tuesday, April 11th, 2023. It is 12:30 in the morning, in the afternoon. Okay. Dust Yells, Part 17, Prologue. Theodore Rex. The funeral train, courtesy of the Pennsylvania Railroad, consisted of two black-draped locomotives, one with particularly sad whistle to steam ahead as pilot for the other, plus a baggage car, a saloon car, of 5 sumptuous Pullmans. Reporters were assigned to the first of these, Senator Hanna and other dignitaries to the second, Roosevelt and his cabinet to the third. The fourth carried George Cortelyou and members of the McKinley family. Officially speaking, Cortelyou was now Roosevelt's personal secretary, but as long as Mrs. McKinley depended on him, he was pleased to defer to Loeb. The fifth and final car, a glass observation parlor, acted as a catafalque. McKinley's coffin rode inside on a bed of flowers. At 8:57, the train began to move. Church bells tolled across the city. Thousands of onlookers crowded every platform, stairway, bollard, and bridge. From sheds and warehouses along the track, grimy workmen emerged to squint and stare. The avid scrutiny of all these eyes was too much for Roosevelt. He ordered his blinds drawn, but not so soon as to miss the sight of the workmen hurrying back to their jobs after the train had passed them by. For a while he sat alone, waiting for the liberating sense of acceleration into open country. What he had just observed, evidence of America's passion for work, its impatient refusal to loiter a moment longer than necessary, was pleasing, if not surprising. For several years, both he and the world had been aware that the United States was the most energetic of nations. She had long been the most richly endowed. This first year of the new country found her worth $25 billion more than her nearest rival, Great Britain, with a gross national product more than twice that of Germany and Russia. The United States was already so rich in goods and services that she was more self-sustaining than any industrial power in history. Indeed, it could consume only a fraction of what it produced. The rest went overseas at prices other exporters found hard to match. As Andrew Carnegie said, "The nation that makes the cheapest steel has other nations at its feet." More than half the world's cotton, corn, copper, and oil flowed from the American cornucopia, and at least 1/3 of all steel, iron, silver, and gold. Even if the United States were not so blessed with raw materials, the excellence of her manufactured products guaranteed her dominance of world markets. Current advertisements in British magazines gave the impression that the typical Englishman woke to the ring of an Ingersoll alarm, shaved with Gillette razor, combed his hair with Vaseline tonic, buttoned his Aero shirt, hurried downstairs for Quaker Oats, California figs, and Maxwell House coffee, commuted in the Westinghouse tram, body by Fisher, rose to his office in an Otis elevator, and worked all day with his Waterman pen under the efficient glare of Edison light bulbs. It only remains. One Fleet Street wag suggested, for us to take American coal to Newcastle. Behind the joke lay real concern. The United States was already supplying beer to Germany, pottery to Bohemia, and oranges to Valencia. Okay, so that's all for part 17. Prologue. Theodore Rex. Thank you for watching.